Welcome, writer friends, to Preptober vlog number 2, where I fill out this glorious planner prepping the entire month of November, which, as we know, is NaNoWriMo time, where I will finally get to write my first YA fairy tale retelling, Swan Song. Are you excited? Because I am so excited. Let's do this. Let's also turn on a light, my goodness. I have my binder, I have my planner, I have my gloriously beautiful, colorful pens. You guys know me and my color. If it's not colorful, my memory just deletes it. So color helps a lot. So as you guys know, I've been working on the story side of Preptober. I've been working on character arcs and outlining and setting and themes and all the fun stuff through some of the workbooks that I've printed off before. But today I want to push pause on that and focus solely on the actual planning out of the month of November. I need to know what my daily word count goal is going to be. I need to know what days for sure I'm writing, what days I'm not, barring any kinds of crazy accidents. And I also want to plan in a couple of special days. I want to plan in a couple of 10K days. I've never actually successfully completed a 10K day, but I've gotten very close. And I just have this feeling if I time it just right, and if I make sure that I'm well rested and that I'm right in the middle of the best part of the story, it might happen. So I'm going to keep planning for it. But what I'm going to do now is I am actually going to just sit and fill out this stuff, and then I will flip the camera upside down because I finally have a tripod. Are we excited? Are you proud of me? I finally have a working tripod, and we'll look at what I have figured out for the month and what is in this planner that I am going to be filling out over the month of November. Oh, I also need to sit down and actually create my project on the Nano site. That's kind of important. I probably should do that before I do anything else. So let me do that, and then I will get back with you guys and we'll see what I've got going on. Okay, looking at what I have here, I realized that the menu planning is just going to be a whole other thing. I don't know why I thought I could do it this afternoon, but this is going to be a thing that takes a minimum of like a week to figure out. So I'm not going to fill that out today, and I likely will not film me filling that out unless I get like a ton of comments saying that y'all want me to, because to me that's just kind of routine and honestly kind of boring. There are also a couple of other things that I didn't need to fill out yet, or that I opted not to. One of them was the live stream tracker. This is from Natalia Leigh's Preptober workbook, which I filled out a bunch of her character and story stuff in last week's video. But I actually normally do not write with live streams, just as a rule, because I get very distracted. It's very hard for me. I would rather sit by myself with my music and my stuff going and just sit and write for an hour and live streams a lot of times like 10 to 20 minutes of hardcore writing, and then a bunch of people talking. So, which can be very inspiring, I think, depending on who it is, but normally I just don't do it. So I'm going to leave this blank for now, and I think what I'll do is I'm subscribed to a bunch of author tubers who do different live streams during Nano, as well as a couple on Facebook. So I think I'll just watch my notifications, and if I see one coming up that looks like I might be able to join in and I really want to, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'm just going to skip. I also didn't bother putting in from Natalia's The Color Your Way to 50K. It's gorgeous, and I love coloring, and there would be nothing more pleasant for me than to just sit and color something beautiful every day or at the end of every goal. But just being realistic with myself, chances of me doing that are very low. I barely made the board game tracker during Camp Nano, and that was quite a bit simpler. I just don't think that I should try to do that, so we're gonna wait on that. Okay, the other things that I'm not putting in my notebook just yet are the daily word count tracker that Sarah included with sprints, the today's total, and then the monthly total. She has, I think, 500, I know I got 500. She has 200 sprints listed here. And I didn't include these in the notebook because I think I'm going to just keep these in the back of it or in the front, like the pocket, and pull these out as I'm writing, rather than like trying to hole punch them and put them in, or what I've been doing with the page protectors. I just don't think that that's the best idea for these, so I'm going to keep these out. And then she has these really cute pixel trackers which look like this, and then there's a bubble tracker which looks like this. I think it's so adorable. I'm not sure how I want to use these yet, but you know what, we're gonna see. Sorry, I just got distracted. My chicken is gonna burn if I keep it there. Hang on a second. And then the final one that I did not put in was the reward planner. Sarah Cannon is very big on the whole reward system and rewarding yourself and treating yourself for actually accomplishing goals as a way of positive motivation. I filled this out for Camp Nano and completely forgot to do any of the stuff on it. So I don't really know if I should keep doing this. I don't know. Maybe I should try it. I'll see. Oh, and then I guess I should show you. These are the menu planning pages that I will be doing, and this is actually what I'm going to be using for my spread on the inside of the notebook that I'll be replacing the monthly spread with, because I like this a lot, and I'll be redoing it every week. But okay, enough of that. Let's open this notebook and dive in. Okay, so opening the notebook, the first thing you see is my to-do list over here, which is from Natalia's workbook. And I will leave a link for both her channel and the Heart Breathings channel that Sarah Cannon has in the description box of this video, so that you can go and find these workbooks for yourself. But I have pretty much everything in here. All of the boxes need to be checked. Still working on finishing some of the story stuff. Desperately need to figure out the menu planning stuff. I need to reread the portion of the book that I already wrote and make edit notes on it. And then I have 2 videos that I want to film, edit, and upload. Actually, technically 3, because this is my birthday month, and I wanted to do a fun birthday vlog this year. And then this one right here may seem kind of unimportant, but this is very essential. Last night I had a call with a writer friend of mine where I just poured out some of my writer problems with this particular story, and between the two of us brainstorming, like, oh my gosh, so much stuff got figured out, and I would not have figured it out without her. So make sure that if you have a writer friend, if you have some critique partners, that you take some time this month to talk over your story with them, and it will make a world of difference. The next spread that I have is just the checklist, and some of these you can see are not completed, but most of them are. This was from Natalia's workbook as well, that I thought was kind of fun. I mostly know my writing routine. Like, this was very easy to figure out. This is pretty much the same every day. But you can see that I have here some personal time that I've given myself in the morning, even though I usually get up I mean, it says right here, I usually get up around 8 in the morning. So I've given myself a little bit of extra time in the morning, though, just in case I wake up early, to remind myself that I should really have a little bit of a morning routine, even if it's just like, you know, drinking some hot tea and sitting in silence and enjoying the silence before the kids wake up. Then mornings are school, afternoons are dinner prep and games and playing with the kids and time with my husband. Writing fits right in here during their quiet time and nap times. And during Nano, I plan on giving myself, normally it's just like an hour that I get, but I'm planning on giving myself that extra hour. And then, of course, in the evenings, I'm giving myself about 2.5 hours to write. Even though I could technically, if I go, like if I have a night where I'm really crazy with my writing, I'll just go ahead and keep going. But I'm only planning for myself 2.5 hours and trying to make sure that I have a good evening routine, some rest, some relaxation, time away from the screens, since I'll be writing pretty much on my laptop. And then this over here, I figured out like what my working hours are. And this was, I think, really cool. What aren't you willing to give up for your writing? And then what are you willing to give up? And you can see my answers there. But I figured out that I have 5 hours of total writing time most days. So like Monday through Friday, this is going to be my schedule. Mondays are a little bit different because we have something like right around lunchtime that kind of messes with this a little bit, but not very much at all. Then this spread I have to figure out what we have going on this month, and I didn't really fill it out at all other than to figure out my daily word count goal based on how many days I'm planning on writing. I almost never write on Sundays unless it's an absolute emergency, and then this day we've got something going, and of course Thanksgiving we're going to be done. And most months I try to just say, well, I'm not going to plan on writing on Friday or on Saturdays, but I have been writing every Saturday and I've been loving it. So I'm just planning on writing Monday through Saturday and then taking all Sundays off. And then this is technically, the 2100 is going to be my technical word count goal, but I'm going to try and get as close to 3K every day as I can and get ahead, especially this first week. That I really try to push the first 2 weeks to get as much done as I can. And what that does is it allows me to have that weird slump that a lot of times we feel kind of in the middle of the month when we're tired out from writing and burnt out from writing. We see how much farther we still have to go. And then I almost always experience some kind of a high like the last couple of days. This spread here will eventually be filled in with the weekly spread that was in the Heart Breathings planner, and I'll have my meal plan in there and everything all set up so that it's ready to go every week. And then I put this in here, which is like kind of a game board design where you can fill out every day that you've written and then how many words you wrote for every day. I am still planning on using her like every single word sprint tracker, but I wanted to have this in here just so that I could kind of see it at the end of the month and look, and it could be very pretty. And then finally, of course, she had this adorable "Do Not Disturb Writer at Work" sign. I have nowhere to put this, but I would love to put this somewhere if I had a place. So since I don't, I'm just going to put it right here and let myself see it every time I open my notebook. One of my struggles with this, I will say, is that most nanos and camp nanos, I will literally just pull out my laptop and look at my outline and just start writing. So to pull this out every day and look at stuff, to look at my calendar every day, to fill out a page every day is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but hopefully not too much. Hopefully it'll still maintain its funness and it will be very inspiring rather than something I have to do, especially as I see my total going up. This should be quite exciting. So that is it. That is all that I really have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that I loved it. I love this whole process. I will be completely 100% honest. Getting this video filmed was crazy, trying to sit down and plan and film while wrangling kids and then trying to fix dinner, and a husband was coming in. But this is life as a writer. We always have other things going on in life, and the important thing is to keep pushing through and to finish our goals. And there will be some days when we have to choose between extra time with the kids and a little bit of time writing, and sometimes we have to say, you know what, today, we've already spent our time together, now it's time for mommy to work and make it up another day during the week. And that's kind of what I had to do today, and that's what I'm going to have to do during Nano. There will be days when I haven't gotten my word count in, so you know what, mommy has to excuse myself early this evening. You guys have fun with daddy, or whatever. Hopefully doing some meal prep beforehand for at least the first week will give me a little bit of extra time writing, planning through the vlog situations, like thinking through how I want to vlog things the night before I film. All of that being said, I still love what I'm doing, and I love this weird, crazy balancing between, you know, family life and writer life and school and housekeeping and all of the things. And that's what the vlogs coming up are really going to revolve around in November. It's going to be a very honest look at what mommy author life is really like. So I hope, again, that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like it and leave a comment down below with what you are doing this year for Preptober, what you're planning for Nano, or if you're going to be a Nano rebel and do something else. Make sure you're subscribed and that you click the notification bell so that you know when my future Preptober and Nano vlogs come up. And yeah, I love you all so much. I hope you have an amazing rest of the week writing, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!